Welcome to day 6 of the $1 Million Challenge. Today I'm going to discuss branding, specifically of the problem solution set, and more importantly, who my avatar is and what I'm going to do to connect with them. I have broken down this information via ChatGPT. If you're not using ChatGPT, you're really a dinosaur at this point. But the point is, you need to know the information, input it into ChatGPT, and it'll really educate you and come up with ideas that you didn't think of. And more importantly, it will organize it, which is the most important thing. Here's the first step, which is putting all my information, a stream of thought, into ChatGPT and explaining who my avatar is, what the problem is, and what I believe the solutions are as well. And I ask it to kind of answer anything that I left out because it knows me at this point and it can do that. So this is the first step. I didn't just copy and paste this from somewhere. I actually wrote this out. The next step is, as you can see, I put together a branding plan here. And, it starts first with who is my audience? Well, it's basically founders that are scaling specifically at a seed level or up. And, to start, I'm targeting alcohol brands because I know that niche the best, but it could be any brand really that's scaling. That's really my audience. But to start and get my foot in the door, I'm going after alcohol brands. The goal is to create clarity, to give them faster decision-making, profitability by scale, and ultimately more freedom because we are slicing and dicing who needs to be doing what, and it allows them to delegate. The next step is branding belief. Scaling isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right thing in the right order. Pretty much what that means is just getting your priorities in line. That is what I'm really good at, is understanding what's that big priority you need to accomplish before you go after the small wins. Because if you can accomplish that big win, all of a sudden now it's probably taking out 4 or 5 tasks all at once. As you can see here, the person I'm going after is probably someone in their 30s, early 40s, makes about $12,000 and up, lives in a major city, is active on social media, is educated, has built something real. Pretty much I'm going after me 5 years ago. And the ultimate goal with that is that that person loved living a good life, having fun, but also desired to max out its earning potential and had a desire to create something that was long lasting. So if I speak to myself 5 years ago, all of a sudden now, I have a specific person I'm talking to. As you can see, ChatGPT broke it down even further from a psychographic standpoint and what they secretly feel, which is they are overwhelmed, they are feeling chaotic, they're feeling they're missing something, and they are at a point where they've hit a ceiling, and if they can overcome that ceiling, they could just unlock a specific profitability for themselves that is unlimited. The core problem here is that they have too many decisions to make and they're doing it all at once, and they've never been in this position before where they have some sort of success, but they haven't scaled it to the ultimate potential. And they need somebody who can organize it, prioritize the decision making, and delegate for them, and teach them along the way, because ultimately they want to be able to do this themselves and say that they did it. ChatGPT again for the win. It's giving me ideas to create content around, mostly about being overwhelmed or not being able to scale properly. I've been making content like this already, but it's great that it's re-emphasizing that I'm on the right track here. The last piece is the brand mission, which pretty much is what am I adding as far as value goes and what's my promise? And that's to help high capacity founders build businesses that scale profitably, don't consume the identity, create time and freedom, produce long-term compounding wins, short-term gains, long-term architecture, real care, real clarity, real results. Pretty much it's stating that I'm going to give them a roadmap where they can eat for days. That's really what it's saying. All this information is really important as far as how I create my content going forward, and specifically my ads and who I target. Right now I'm targeting alcohol brands, but eventually I'm going to be going after brands outside of it, and LinkedIn is going to be a big thing, and that's something I'm going to discuss on my next video.